Hello everyone, welcome back to the stream. So today we will continue our journey of learning C++, and today's video we're going to learn about polymorphism in C++. I think I have messed up with the title a bit, so I'll probably have to change it. Let me quickly change the title and then we can start off with our stream, right? Let me, it's not inheritance. I'm going to learn polymorphism. So that is done. So let us continue with our stream today. Um, so polymorphism, right? Um, Polymorphism means many forms, okay? And it occurs when we have many classes that are related to each other by inheritance. All right, if you haven't learned about inheritance, check out my previous live stream. In that, I've explained inheritance. Um, like we specified in the previous chapter, inheritance lets us inherit attributes and methods from another class, right? You already know that. Polymorphism uses those methods to perform different tasks. Okay. This allows us to perform a single action in different ways. All right. For example, imagine a base class animal. So there is a base class animal created with a method called make sound. All right. Derived classes of animals could be all these, right? They've listed it. And every animal can make a sound, but each one sounds different, right? So each animal has like a different sound, right? This is polymorphism. The same action behaves differently for each animal. So the animals are the derived classes, right? There can be different animals as derived classes with the base class, that is a parent class, being just animal, right? Um, and those classes, right? Those derived classes can have uh, different uh, methods, right? So that is what is described here as polymorphism. So animal, the base class right here, as you can see in this example, is just that the animal makes a sound. We're not specifying what sound it is. But in the derived class, when we derive this parent base class, which is actually just inheritance, and inside that inherited class, right, we are going to do polymorphism where we specify what kind of sound each animal makes, right? So that is what is being done here, right? And here in this case, they have created pig and dog objects and override the animal. Okay, so here, as you can see, in the main function, right? Here they have not written the main function, they have only declared the classes, right? Here we are actually trying to print something, right? So here in the main function, we are creating uh, an object called my animal, and then there is here, as you can see this, Uh, this is the derived class, right? And then there is another object that is created here for that derived class, right? And so on, right? And then here, what is actually called with this object, the animal sound is called. And then after that, notice that here you're only calling animal sound. You're not, you don't have to call like anything else, right? You're just specifying the class. The function is the same, that is, the method is the same, right? Method is only animal sound. You're able to create multiple methods, right? But then there are different classes, right? So that is what polymorphism lets you do. Let's actually code it up and let's see how it actually works so that you have a better understanding. We have a better understanding. So I'm also learning. So let's just code it. All right. Hash include IO stream and so I'm using namespace, all the standard stuff. Now I'm just going to create a class called, let us say, what can we, should we do animal itself? Okay, let's do animal itself. Animal, class animal, and then I have to declare the access specifier type, and then here I'll say string, or instead of that, I can go straight away into the method void. I can say animal sound. So in the method, I can see out this makes a sound, or this animal makes a sound. All right. And then after that, here, let me close this. So that is done. And then I'll create another class. This time, this is a derived class. So I'm gonna say dog, and then let us, this is how you have to inherit, right? Using this colon, and after that, you have to mention the animal, which is the base class for us. And after that, as you can see here, before that, we have had the access specifier of the base class, which we know is public. And here, now give the access specifier of this derived class, also going to be public. Animal sound again, and now you can just say bark here. All right, great. Now that's it. Now let me also have another. Okay, what happened there? Anyway, let me also have another bird. Maybe I'll have a bird here. Same base class, right? And I'm using the same function. That is what is polymorphism, right? I'm able to use the same function multiple times in different classes. Here I will say chirp, right? And then after this, I'll go with the main, and now I can say uh, I have to first of all create an object for the base class. So I'll just say animal and my animal. Now this is created, and then after that, create object for these derived classes as well. So I'll have to say dog, and then maybe this dog, and let's have this animal as well instead. This dog, this animal, and then bird, this bird. So this is created. Now, when I see out, can just say see out animal dot this. Don't have to say this animal. I can just say this animal dot, and then this function, right? Animal sound. That's it. And after that, you can have a slash n so that it looks good. The same thing repeats. There is some error. We'll check that later. This animal, okay. Not sure what error it is. Let's check it later. Anyway, all right. Something here. What happened here? Let's let me see. See out. See out does not work here. Okay. I cannot see out. Return 0. Uh, this animal, this is actually not this animal over here. This is this dog here. This dog, right? And then over here it is this bird. But still there is some error. What have we done wrong here? Not sure. Okay, we're already doing C out here, right? So we don't have to do C out here. So let me just remove this. Let me remove this. All right, good. Slash n also I can add it over here. This dog, over here. Okay, what is wrong here? Specifically, okay, I forgot the colon, semicolon. Let me just add that as well. All right, now we are good. Now we are good, right? So let us just run this and see. I'm just going to change this to Poly. And in the meantime, if you have any questions, you can ask me in the live chat. So let me just compile this. If you just joined, welcome to the stream. Let me change this. All right. poly. Yeah, so that's it. So using just a single function, right? We just created multiple classes and then we got the different characteristics of those classes as well printed, right? So that's how we can use polymorphism, right? You can create how much ever derived classes you want, and you can just use the single function that you use in the base class over here, right? So that is the advantage of polymorphism. So that's about polymorphism. There is virtual functions as well. All right. What is virtual function? Okay. Okay, maybe we can do that in the next live stream. I think that will take some time. So that is good enough for today, probably. If you have any questions, you can just ask me right now. Else we can end it here. So that was polymorphism. So yeah, let's see if there are anything extra we can learn about polymorphism in C++. Okay, let's see. Function overloading, right? So there is operator overloading as well. Behave when applied to user-defined data types. Okay, so you can even change how these behave. You can just set it custom as you want. Runtime polymorphism. Okay, there is override keyword as well. So there are advantages of polymorphism, code reusability, extensibility. You can add entirely new derived classes later on without modifying existing. So yeah, that is there. Cleaner architecture drastically minimizes the reliance on rigid if-else or switch statements to separate runtime object behaviors. So that is there, and then let's see if there is anything new. There is two types here: compile time and runtime polymorphism. In compile time, there is function overloading and operator overloading, and runtime is function overriding, and that is implemented using virtual functions. So this is example of the runtime polymorphism that we just saw, right? Okay. In the meantime, if you have any questions, please do ask me in the live chat. I'm just going through these. So here is an example of overloading, right? If you have any questions, please do ask me in the chat. Okay, anyway, that is pretty much what we need to know about polymorphism. There is a lot more, but we'll end it there for now. And yeah, let us just end it there. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this live stream. And if you did, please do consider subscribing to the channel and also share it with your friends who might also like it. So yeah, meet you on the next live stream. Until then, see you and